Hello, welcome to another video. I thought I'd jump back into Codecrafters actually. So I had been working on this BitTorrent challenge, which I had got a fair way through. How do you even get to it? You go there and I've got through the main part and I was working through the extension and I kind of got a bit bored of it, so I put it just away for now. But I thought, hey, let's go and build a shell, and we can do it in quite a few languages here. And I was almost thinking I could do it in all, but not. But, but yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. I'll probably do it in C because that is um, just the language that I am doing some stuff in at the moment. Um, oh, second, probably intermediate. Gosh, yeah, all right, I'll do it a couple of times. Yeah, sure. They send me emails and I do sometimes ignore them, but that's all right. Right, so it's on that one. I would have thought that would have put it in my X buffer. Maybe the paste on this is kind of weird because, like, what's that buffer? I don't know. I'm just finding, yeah, like, I've got like three things going on here, and I don't think it's and it potentially is just the yeah, anyway. Right. So this one they just want me to I'll copy and I'll paste that command. Really does look better full screen. Cool. Failure is expected. Perfect. Right. So how do we do this? Print a prompt. Um, a cool. I just want to edit that file. You reckon? I've done that, and I want to find the prompt. Um, hmm, um, I mean, I get it. Cool. Right, and then it just wants me to commit that up. So we can stage that and commit this as, what do we want to say? Show prompt. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Cool. I almost want to do this and yep, and then is it just pushing random buttons. Oh, I can't remember what it is. I thought it was um um men CA. Yes. CE even. Easy. And then it just wants me to push this. Cool, I can still push. Um, and then that's that. So I think I want to kind of open up another terminal, and we can some Codecrafters shelving. Yes. Did I not go to the next one? Oh, right. So this one's valid command. That's right. What commands do we have at the moment? We don't really have any. Right. Anyway, we've got a line of input. I believe if gets will get an entire line. At EOF or a new line, perfect. So we do have a max. That's all right. But potentially not all right, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, so I guess like what sort of it's, I feel like this is out of order. Because what command do we have at the moment? Um, all right, I guess any command is invalid at the moment, but like, oh, I guess it would be something like this, and we do have to pass it input back to it. Um, but I guess we need to find the start of input. So, is this where we get str toke out and get some tokes on this? So string and delimiter. That was interesting. So would give it the string, and our delimiter, I guess, would just be a space. And is this like a delimiter set? Yeah, it's kind of interesting that flash. The elim set of bytes. Yeah, cool. So we can do that, and then like every time we do it after, we can just do null, I believe. Does it say that somewhere? Goes until it returns null. Alright, examples. Headstone list, yeah, took get editor info underscore a. Alright. it at adder info underscore a. What does this have in the examples, and what function were we actually caring about? It was str um, str tweak. I must be misremembering. Right, the string must be null, but the delimiter. That's right. Cool. So I guess this would returned us a thing, didn't it? It returned us a command, and that would be that. And then I guess here we would get that. I guess we also kind of needed figure out what all the arguments are, but do we need to if command is not found? Maybe we build the arguments after doing that. So how can we test this? Let's, command line, sure. And we'll push that. What do you reckon the solution was? Our test failed, so maybe we'll have a look. Expected that, received that. Is that because we need to throw it in std error? Uh, we can do this. And do I have the characters? Yes. I mean, it's not going to do that much. So it gives the PC input gets the command. Oh, we like failing because command is null. Is this going to be null at some point? Null if there's no more tokens. Is it because we? Oh, it's because we can't compile. Yeah. Can we maybe make make prg equals dot slash codecrafters. compile.set. Cool. And then we should be able to do this. Cool. That makes that better. And what did that come from? String. We can include string. Cool. And now if we do that test, it'll probably pass and didn't. Right. So we get a new. I guess one of the tokens could be new line as well. Or like, do I just want to get rid of the new line? We'll start with it not having that. Yeah. So if we do that, and push. Perfect. Yeah, I kind of want to see what they did. So, right, so they nulled out the new line and they just printed it out. So I'm doing like a bit more, but I'm kind of thinking ahead. Hopefully thinking ahead. Cool. We'll mark that as complete and go to the next one. Right, we want a REPL. And it just wants us to do it over and over. Easy, we just need like a big while loop. And what are we going to be testing on? Like EOF, is that a command? No, is EOF. F is EOF. F EOF. F EOF. F EOF. Right, so we give the file stream, we have one. And cool. So std in what did it say it returned? Non-zero if it returns 0 if it's not EOF. That's what I take. All right, so we'll be doing all of that, and then we'll basically be chucking that all in a loop. But we should hopefully kind of do things. So we can do something like that. No, so we've only done it once. Do we need to compile first and then run? Go one, go two, yeah, and then we can end of line there. And printed like some extra stuff. Yeah, printed again. I guess that's because it's this probably has a return. Cool. So I guess no. No, let's just break from there. So if that is null, we can return. Cool, and print it again. So we can probably get add start of REPL, and we can just do everything, and maybe we can push afterwards. Run some tests. Cool. Next one. Right, exit. That's easy. And we need to check whether the code comes out right. That is kind of easy because there is actually an exit in steady lib. And we can make use of that. So if strcmp command exit, what do we want to do there? We want to exit, but we want to exit with well, test show. What happens if we exit? Cool. What if we go into there and we go, and then that's 0, perfect. But if we exit with a thing, it does exit with a different thing. Cool. So I guess here we need to see whether there's anything like left in that argument. So str, well, it's going to be a char star, and it's going to be just the arg, I guess. And because we are repeating this, I'm just going to do this, and the lim equals that, and CA that with the lim, and we can do that again there. So if I equal null, we probably want to just exit with, I mean, we can exit code. We'll have a code, and code equals 0 by default. But if is not equal to null, that's when we can do a different thing. We can probably do like an A to I, but that doesn't give errors, does it? What happens if we so we can like, no, I did yeah, so it does error out. So we probably need the str2l or str2ul. Makes sense. str2ul. Maybe str2ul. I kind of want that mode. Yeah, then that mode. Just so I can see where you can't see down here. Right, str2ul. And we can even get a double L, but we don't really need that. I assume if we exit with like a high number, it did it. Oh, so it just kind of wraps it. Um, and if we do negative numbers, yeah, so it just wraps it to um 256. So this will probably be 0. Yeah, and this will be 1. Easy. Um, it does have a limit. But yeah, really, we just need the small number. Right, so what do we want to give this? This is going to return us the code. And so I guess here I mean, I kind of want to not allow over 255. So yeah, yeah. Interesting that you can give it like the negative. Because I wonder if I just want and like str2l. So we kind of want the star end, and here we can pass it the arg that we read, and we can also pass it a pointer to the end, and the base can be 0. I reckon I will allow stuff like that to work. That makes sense. Yeah, because like sometimes you might be like in a script and like you want to do it. I don't know if I'm like making it. Well, I'm just making it me. So if you have the base, if base is 0 or 16, then it can include that. Otherwise, it's 10. Yeah, cool. Though it does kind of let you do octal, which I don't know. Maybe I'll just let that happen. Or maybe I will kind of force a number. I don't know, like shitting, but like early on, I might do that. And if in no, uh, probably want to do so end gets right. So if star in not 0. Right, so if this, where are my keys? There. What? Yeah. Right, so this isn't command not found, this is um, so this is like error with the whole program. Um, and then it's just the command. And then we want numeric argument required. Something like that. So this first argument is not ZSA, is the we potentially might just save just program equals argv 0. Just save it there, just in case we change other things. And then this ZSA can be the program. And because we're not going to kind of do it, we're going back to the prompt. We want to probably just continue because it's an error. And I feel like I can feel the need for some, not the need, but it would be kind of useful. God, I should have had this earlier. Tough can. Yeah, I am thinking there's like going to be lots of times that we just want to write an error of something. This is interesting because it's like a double error, so it's like not quite the same as this command not found, so it might be alright for now. But yeah, so if we get an argument, we'll parse it and do that. And I think I will be helpful and say, like, if code is less than 0 or code is greater than 255, I will give another argument. Exit code must be between 0 and 255. I don't know how to like say that one. How do you say like something is between two numbers but inclusive of, but without saying between and inclusive of, because that sounds like too pretentious. I wonder if I should just say it should be 0. Something like that. I don't know. They can work it out. And in this case, we would continue as well. Cool. I think this is probably exit. So it sometimes does that, but that's all right. So if we do the cheeky compile, we can't do that. And that is because we need to do str_toke. Let's do the toke. And now if we run, so what do we want to do? We want to do the say 2, and if we go echo, it should be 2. If we just go exit with nothing, we should get nothing. if we go exit with like a bunch of spaces, it's fine. If we go exit with a big number, it will tell me, nah, that's no good. And I wonder whether I should strip this off the um, argument, which is like easy to do. I mean, it's a little over the top, but I mean, I kind of like because Bash is really we can see if it gives a similar error. Yeah, so it just says Bash, and even though like the full path is not that. So how might you do this? You would do something like char star a last slash something like that, and str r char because we're pirates here, and we can do something like program and do a slash. It does make it slightly less cross-platform, I guess. And this can be like program path, I guess. And here we're just going to be making program path and last slash equal null. So if it didn't find it, we're going to have a thing. And it can equal to null to start with. If last slash is null, then program equal to well, maybe I will just do this. Do something like that, and if last slash, then I can say program equal last slash plus one, and then that would go in the same string. So it's kind of like two string views, and then we would get just a slightly smaller thing. And if we compile that, that works fine. And if we go exit with something. Oh, I didn't do it. Didn't do it. I don't believe it. Maybe I'll do that. Well, like strr should be returning rchar. Pointer to the last occurrence of the character. Yeah, so it should be returning a pointer and null if nothing was found. So if null, then nothing. Oh, if I want something like that. Not that. Not that. That. Cool. And then we can go exit something, and then it just says show target. Boom, like that. So what else did I allow? I allowed stuff like this. Well, this won't allow it, but don't have history or anything. I mean, it makes sense. I can do something like this. I think I decided before I did want to allow it, so that's why I did it, because I recall talking about it. So I guess let's see what we've done. We have gotten the program easy. We are now like getting the first argument. And I mean, we could potentially, I don't know, this is kind of interesting because if we just define it all here, it's like quite large. So it would be kind of good to, like, I don't know, maybe use some define magics to basically allow me to have everything all in one place. Which I'll have a think about, but for now, that looks good. So add exit built in. I think it's all going to be built in from here, and that should run and that should pass. Because I don't know why wouldn't it? Right, Echo, cool. That just takes back. So it just takes back everything that we give, but like, I don't know, like if we did something like this, it strips it down, and I wonder if we're meant to be doing that, which I think we probably should, because like if other people use this expecting a sh like shell output, then that's what you want. But I guess if it was surrounded by quotes, then that might be a different thing. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because we haven't really handled quotes yet. So yeah, I guess got a thing. Echo, that's what it wanted. That's all we need to do. And if it is equal to 0, then we can do some things. So I mean, like, what does something like we have dash? Yeah, we can have dash, and if we go echo 123 bunch of spaces, it does string it together. But it will respect quotes, which of course it will. Get each argument. Like, how do we want to get each argument when we allow quotes and whatnot? And that also raises a interesting question. If we have bash, can we go exit and quote 1? It does kind of let it, which is it's interesting, but I mean it makes sense. So I guess this str toke might not be the right approach. If there are like spaces and stuff in it. But yeah, I think I kind of work out how I might do it. I'll test it out in the echo command, and then once I do that, I'll probably make it into a define, and then we can do it for the exit as well. And then going forward, we don't really have to worry too much about getting an argument because it will just be a nice little macro. So what do we want to do in this? So like I kind of want to see we will get like an argument. So I mean we could probably do something like this. Nah, that's gross. Right, so we'll do something like that, and then we can do something more like this. And while arg equals that, not equal to null, so that should equal to be whatever it was set to, and then while that's null, and we put that there. Yeah. So then in here, get rid of that. So in here, we should have an argument. But the thing is, if this argument, which I guess should at least have, yeah, you should have at least one byte that you can read, because at least the null byte should be readable. I just need to check on the thing. Yeah. No worries. But yeah, we keep this handy. Actually, no, I'll keep this handy. Cool. So I think here I want to. If this is no, it means we have a zero link argument, which, what does that kind of mean? That means that, like, should we ever get a zero length argument? I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. But if it is a double quote mark, then we're going to do some things. I think this is maybe better for a switch over this where case of this is actually this, and will break, and we will also have a case of a single quote, and that will be a break, and we'll have a default which will probably like not do anything. And we'll do that. Cool. So while we have an argument, at the end of the switch break, arg should just be what we want. So what we would do is, if it was the first argument, then I guess we should not print a space. So if it's not the first, we will printf a single space, which I think might even make a note. First char of IFS, and I don't know if that's a like POSIX thing or a bash thing, but that's what the joining thing will be, which I think we can kind of see. I'm in one, might open up a new bash, so I'm inside a new bash, and maybe I'll do ps1 equals new bash. Maybe I'll do a thing like that. Like that. So in this new bash, if I go echo 1, 2, 3, that puts in spaces, and maybe I'll pipe that to xxd just so we can see that it does indeed have 20s, which are spaces, and it outputs that. If I set IFS to something like A, oh no, I'll do that. Oh, it doesn't do that. I thought, I thought, see, it hasn't. I wonder if it gets like reset on every time. Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe like that's just going from this man page. First character of yeah. So like when you're expanding stuff, it joins it with that. So that's the only place it get. Well, I don't know. It was like doing. It wasn't letting me do it. Um, I mean, like that doesn't really. Uh, I don't know. It's weirdly sometimes doesn't. Um, so it might not be the first character of IFS. So it might just be a space. Who knows? But if that is, yeah, maybe I'll just do that. Otherwise, we are going to be printing a string and a new line, I guess. No, not a new line. And the string is just going to be arg. And this is once we finish the loop. Once we finish the loop, we're going to finish it with a new line. At which point it should buffer the output, I guess. So did we disable the output? Um, yeah, we. I wonder if that is what we want, but it doesn't matter. You'll kind of just see it stagger, which hard to know if that's what I want. But yeah, so when we have the argument, this is what I kind of want to make into a switch or like a little thing. So if this is a double quote, that means that our argument is actually going to be um, like it's kind of hard to know what the existing character was, whether it was a new line or it was um, because we have multiple characters in the DLM, and we don't ever get to find out like what. Oh, we can do the save pointer. Is that what we want? Uh, um, um, that's kind of interesting. The way that I've got it. So if we do, if we just do enter, yeah, should probably fix that. Um, so if you just have an empty string, the very first one could be null, which it is null in our case, and that's leading to some kind of sig fault. Um, Yeah, so it's overridden. Um, I don't really want concurrency stuff. Uh, yeah, so maybe I don't kind of want this sort of thing. Which I can't, like, I can't get around it. So, and I now wonder another thing. What happens if we do something like this? Yeah, cool. Um, so I guess like everything we want to do is getting an argument. We'll leave it as str toke for now, but well, as you know, maybe we should switch it up now. And we can start with the command. So the command is going to be starting as the input. um, and I guess we're also going to have a rest equals input. Yeah. We have that rest now. Um, well, I guess I can do something like, no, I don't really want to change input. Uh, tu- 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 tu, um, can we do the sure or the limb and stop here? And that returns us a pointer, so now even not equal to null. We're going to have p plus plus. And so at this point here, we can probably do str in CMP. And this is going to be p minus something like that. So we're only going to read this much of it. Um, yeah, I think that's what I want. Um, but I guess to start with, I would want to do well, maybe if a start p equal to that, I'll do that. Uh, start p equal to that. I'll do a different thing. I'll mostly be doing the same thing apart from scanning to that. Um, yeah, cool. And so I guess this is going to. I kind of want to get char command equal read arg and we'll pass it input and we'll give it a pointer to rest. Something like that. And then that read arg will be doing this kind of function. So we want to return read arg, and it was going to take a char string, and it was also going to take a char rest into. So I guess at the end here we can probably say how's this going to work with that? I guess I am going to create a thing, so we'll have to breathe things, I guess. I mean, we can make like a temporary arena type thing. But I think I want to do this. There's going to be the and yeah, so I guess I want to return str loop. And this is going to be can we do str into? I wonder. Um, so here we want to like do a while stuff. The I kind of want to have the just the limit in here. So we do still want this. The lim. Um, so then while p and here we'll do the str char of the lim, and we'll get the current character. Well, like actually no, well, star p not equal to probably should check the end of the string as well. And while this not equal to null, while that equals to null, we want to go p plus plus, and they'll increment that. And here we can probably just do the rest equals to p, because we've now found a spot where it's going to be. and we can probably just ret. I don't really like that. We'll just return. It'll just return null if there's not enough memory, which like you can run out of memory, especially if people try and make you run out of memory, I guess. So I guess we would just check here whether we get something back. And here we can just do a str indupe of string, and it was indupe string, then the size. And what does the dupe A do? It uses LFA. And what does LFA do? Is that like an arena? There's automatically free. Hold on. Huh. That is like a temporary buff. I didn't know that existed in C. It's interesting. Can't use it here. But yeah, we will take the string and we'll probably do E minus string because we have a pointer which is higher than the string, and if we subtract the difference, that's going to be the length of the string that we want. So they'll just create, it'll do like a malloc type thing, and return that. Maybe I'll do something like that. We can probably do this a bit more. Right, it's going to be to std here, and we're going to do s d, and we're going to say not implemented, and it's going to be a file. It's going to be a line, and this whole thing here we are going to use in the future. Gosh, that was a do this as we need to get rid of that. And when it is unimplemented, we should probably do something like exit. Something like that. That means like X is used to. No, it's the lib. Cool. Probably need unisted at some point. But if it is a quote, we can just return it. Otherwise, we'll get this command. If command equal no, that means some problem happened. And I think if it's equal to no, what do we want to do there? I think I want to do something a bit different. So, like, do I want to continue? Yeah, I might continue. And if it's end of string, then it'll do that. Because I think if we do something like this, if we just have nothing but a new line, well, I guess we get a new line, but like, I kind of want to trim off the arguments because the argument there is nothing. But I guess once it finds the new line, it can just return that. But yeah, and it will break in one of the other ones. So if it has found something, I kind of have another case. STRR char of P. So pretty much if there is something in the thing, so that's something like, gosh, we can't see all the way over there. That's something like, if we do like that, or basically if we have stuff at the start, we want to treat the argument as the start of, well, the end of things. I'll do this, and right, so what do we want to do here? Check the I wonder. So if it starts with that, we kind of want to figure out where where it's oh no, I kind of want to do this. Yes, so while P is not null, so while it has a delimiter like a space, it will just do that. And I guess we kind of want and we can probably replace P with that. And then we start looking from there. So then we wouldn't have this case. And in fact, we could potentially do an assert to say that is the case. So I guess I wonder if we had something like I wonder whether IFS actually has drive break IFS. Do we need like word? Yeah, so it's got it has a new line right at the end. And that is what it normally trims on. But yeah, so I guess if we, I kind of want to, I probably should also do start start not equal to and start is also not equal to new line. I don't know if I'm overcomplicating this. I could potentially mark this as cons because I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it, and I will change that. So I guess if start equal to new line, we probably want to just turn null to say we didn't find another argument before the new line, which if you're trying to read a command, then that will be there. But it could mean that there's just no memory. Hard to know, because you can run out of memory. So I wonder if I want to actually do an str dupe of just a new line, which will just do a dirty allocation of 2 bytes somewhere. 1 byte, sorry, just the null byte. Right, so we strip the stuff. I feel like strip them from stuff. We could probably do something like this, and then we do this. I wonder if this should be. I wonder. And so if that is the case, then we want to set rest to be null, I guess. Otherwise, we can say well, actually, no, the way we've done it has worked out. It will just stop there and then kind of set the rest to be there. So I think this is roughly doing what I want to do. I wonder if it compiles. It does not. Let's get a bit more string. It does, doesn't it? But can we do const there, or we like complain? Yeah, I think as long as we don't write to it, it's kind of fine. Right, so yeah, because we're like then kind of giving it back to rest. I wonder if you can do that. But no, that would still complain, surely. No, because then this rest isn't. I think I don't want all these const with nothing. Cool. And yeah, let's get a new line between you. Right, so P doesn't exist. That's because command is just one on its own. But that does mean that we have some memory. Um, and now this kind of means we can just do a read arg of rest, and we pass in rest as it is, which I guess means we should see what happens. Yeah, I wonder whether this will, because I also want to pass a pointer to rest, so it will do it. But we first pass it by value, and then we pass it by pointer, which will update the value. Cursed. Yeah, because rest equal, it was just going to equal to p. Yeah, so it was always just going to equal to p, which would be nothing. Do I want something like that? So if you pass in nothing, then no, you'll just get nothing. I think I want to make use of the null is that, and in the off chance that you just don't have memory, you'll get that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is kind of what I want. And so then the first, if no, we've already got it there. Excellent. So this should just do the trick. We still need to do the parsing and stuff, but that's all right. We need to free a bunch of stuff. And then here we can just do read arg, and we'll pass it the rest, and and we'll pass it a pointer to the rest, and golly, that looks just cursed. And then we have that. Well, yeah, so we can do like equal to this, and while that will not equal to null, do that. And we already have done that, so we don't need to do weird switch. And then we just print it out, and then it just then it's like cool. In Echo, it does like these 5-6 lines of stuff. So I guess what happens now, we don't have we don't want str in CMP. Probably want a ball first equal true, and here house first equals oops who right. So if we do something like this, and so that compiled. So if we run that, we can do some things. We've echoed a weird space. That's all right. What happens if we do an exit? We do an exit. We had oh, maybe I wanted this type of thing. Cool. So here, what do we want to do? I want to say x at 1 and see if x is 1. Perfect. What if I exit with 1 like really far over? We just get that. Cool. So I think this is good. Right, so if we are not the first time printing this, we should I kind of want to see if the arg is in there. Yeah, so we haven't trimmed off the stuff. So read arg, we should be trimming lots of stuff. Yeah, so when we do this, we can just SDR end it from start to p start. We want that size of a string. I didn't want to do that. PD. I do have this, and then we can go code crafters. No, that doesn't useful. Source person code is doing the shell now. Do this compile and run. Perfect. So now if we echo 1, 2, 3, we do that. Echo 1, 2, 3, we do that. And if we try and put stuff in quotes, we get not implemented at the moment. Which I wonder if we should error out like that or just return nothing. Hard to know. I think not. What do we get? So the unimplemented, I kind of want to pass it a message and undo whatever that did. Double quotes. Single quotes. The arguments. And then in unimplemented, we can take a message and we can probably maybe I'll do with that sort of thing and chuck in the message there. Cool. So it doesn't really matter whether I do that. And I think the point of this challenge was to get echo working. And I think we can kind of say echo is working. We rejigged the this read argument business. So I might actually do that in kind of one type of thing. Can we like split this out some more? Because oh no, we did get yeah, and then not do that, and then yes, do that, and then sorry, you don't know what happened there. So here we can see that change was just adding the read arg in essence. Cool. So maybe I'll make that a commit and add read arg. And then what's left, we have just echo. So we can just add that. Add echo built in. Easy. And we can push that up and it will probably be done. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, that's right. We did notice that you've still got to that 101. Something like that. Oh no. This should hopefully school markers complete. Boom. Look at that. What's the next one? Type. So type is saying what things are. Now this is kind of interesting because here we have a thing that we have a bunch of arguments, bunch of commands here. So we have exit and echo, but they're kind of hard coded them. And here we're going to add a type, and the type is going to have need of all the things that are currently kind of commands, I guess. So one thing we can do, which I think is probably needed now, is almost a set of commands that we can have, which we could even have, yeah, maybe. So it's going to be like, how do we want to do this? I think you want to have something like an array of structs in essence, and it won't really have a hash map lookup. But the thing is, you don't need to overcomplicate things because how do we say what's built in? I think it's just everything that's shown in help. So there's like a few things that are kind of built in, but this is in a bash shell. If we do something like that and now do help, we don't even get help, which I guess I kind of want. But yeah, we kind of need to have a list of all the built-ins in a way that we can kind of loop through and check, but also kind of see what's matched and what hasn't. So I guess I want to do, well, like maybe we'll do it up here, keep the types and the code separate. So we're going to have a struct of a, and this is going to be like a command, I guess. So we can have, we'll have a command, pardon me, and we'll probably also have a function that we need to call. And like, what is the function that's going to be called? It's something that will need be able to take like the current string rest type thing, I guess. So yeah, maybe I will just have that as Uh, no, I don't want it in here. I want a function that operates on that string. So it's going to be a function that returns nothing in essence. Well, in fact, it's going to return thing. I think every command should kind of return something. So then we can maybe set things like $echo. So we can see there we had a high one, and here we had a low one, and that's because echo always succeeds. And if we did something like false, we can see it's 1. Cool. So we will need a function, and so it's going to be a function pointer because you can't just have a function in a struct. You have to have a pointer to the function that you then call. So I guess this is going to be called function, I guess. And what is it going to take? It's going to take some arguments. Maybe I'll do it like that. And the arguments maybe nothing for now. And I think maybe you need to chuck in a void if you do that type of thing. Is that all I need? Yeah. And we can just call that like a command, I guess. And so we're going to have built-ins, and it's going to be like, can you do like array things in C? Is that like something I recall? C static array initialization. Yeah, it sounds like you can do something like this. Um, that didn't really help. So we can do this like right, so we just do like multiple after each other. And so inside the built-in, we're going to have a bunch of commands. So I guess, what is the type of this thing? It's going to be a command T, and can we do something like this? And it just works it out. Yeah, it just works it out. Or do I need to do like that sort of thing as well? Yeah, so it works out for me. Built-ins. And so what are our built-ins going to be? We have done a couple so far, and I guess the first change I'll do is get those couple to be half of that. So the first one is going to be exit. So I reckon we can just cut all of that. So we'll get rid of that and come back up here, and I guess say this is going to be int exit, and we're saying it didn't take anything, and we can see that it might crap out on some things. Tab completion like a bit over. So what do we kind of need? The delimiters, I wonder if we do want to kind of pass it through or not. I kind of want to this read arg to be in a separate structure type thing. Maybe I don't. So we're going to have the rest, which I think that will still work. Something like that. And that is going to do a bunch of things, we probably need to pass in if command as well. That will just do all of that. So I guess this is, I kind of want maybe that's actually closer to this. Let's see, is like, I don't know. And this, I don't want to be called exit. I probably want to be called exit command. And so here we are going to have a bunch of things, and we can probably do something like this. Yeah. And because of that, it makes me wonder whether you could do some things. Makes me wonder whether you could have a macro that kind of just says this is that and this is that, and it'll like kind of define this function as well, which I think is possible, and I will investigate that. I've seen some things doing it, but yeah. But yeah, so then what we can do is perhaps get our uh, echo as well and put that into an echo command. And like perhaps the thing might be so if we do something like that, it would probably it would take a it would take a name, that's easy, and then it would also take a func. Maybe it would take the code. And so what will this do? This would do a bunch of things. So it would probably first make it would make a function, and it would be called, oh gosh, how do we call this? Name. No, it's like that. Name command. Is it like that? I think it's like that. Macro joining. Something like that. Um, um, right. Macro joining, not that. C macro joining. So one's a stringenizing one and one's a token pasting. Right, so token pasting is what I want here, I believe. And this is going to take a bunch of arguments. What will it take? It took char star rest and char star delim, and it also took char star program. And once it does all of that, it will probably just apply the code just like that. It's pretty cursed because, like, how do you know when it's expanding and when it's not? And you've got to be careful. I can't write name or code anywhere unless I want to. And here we probably want to also make sure that this is in our built-ins array. And how do we do that? Well, I guess we can go away from it being a static array to it being a um, like dynamic array, which we would then have to manage, which that's possible. So how you would do a dynamic array would just be, do we have size t? Because I kind of want size t and it's in stdef. We don't have that. Um, not that. This. Yes. Cool. So we would have a capacity. We would also have a size. Oh, and we would also have not a char star. We would have like a type of thing, which in this case here I guess you could just have it void star, but like I kind of want to say what type it is. So we could probably do something like this. Can we do like real janky janky generics in C? So we're going to have an array of X things. And what is that going to have? That's going to be our data. And here we're just going to have that. And that's just going to define an array type. Maybe we want to do something like this. Yeah, I think I just want to do something like this, and then we can just like kind of include it everywhere. And we would have a one of these. Yeah, one of these, and this is going to be our filters. And how do we add to this? We can probably do array add, and this is going to take our array. It's also going to take a bit of data. And here we can do a do while loop because we're doing some code. So we want to see if array dot capacity. Yeah, so if we basically don't have the capacity for another thing, we want to do some things. And to start with, it will be zero initialized. It would be zero initialized. And if that is the case, then we want to do some like calyx or something. Probably want to do a realloc. Now, if realloc goes with a null thing, it is nullable. Yeah, it's just equivalent. Right, so we would be taking the array dot data, and that was the order, wasn't it? Then size. Then we run size of gosh, like, can we get that? Size of, I kind of want the X, but how do we get that? C get size of um, into type. Um, uh, I don't want the because the thing is, size of the pointer will just be the size of a pointer object. It won't be the size of the underlying thing. So is it just that I do size of the first thing? Reference to the array and take the first thing of that. Ugh. I think that's what I want. But it's a bit gross because what if it's null? Um, we get side of type structure. Um, this is just all the size of things. I'll do it. It's the problem with writing it the whole time, every time, and not having generics and whatnot. So this is going to return some stuff. So I guess I can just do if our data equal no, we can probably just make our data equal to calloc, I guess. Wow, I guess calloc. You can just deal with the data yourself. And like, you should be touching the data if you aren't needing it. Right, so the malloc of this is just going to be the size. But then this is like where I need the size of R0. our I kind of want to break out and make a test file and a right. So we're going to have a structure, and we're going to have like or do that things and do that. Right. So this is going to have a bit of size in it. Sure. Uh, Boo. Right. So that's going to be maybe we're type defing that to be foo, and then we're going to have another structure which had the int a b and had a foo star data, and well, I guess I can just have this be we've got a thing bar, we'll call it bar. We can even zero initialize it to make things happy. So if we maybe just do return size of bar dot foo 0. I wonder if it works. And we'll just test. Right, so it doesn't like us doing. We've got two A13s. That's all right. We don't have foo in our bar. That's all right. Right, so A13 is there twice, weirdly. And the foo should be data. And so now that runs, and if we run it, it should get something, and we got 56. And I think that seems legitimate. Cool. So if we get back to up here, so that kind of just means that. So we're going to get the size of this element, and we're going to have it to be. We want to like say new cap, and this can be r capacity equal to 0, and then we can have it be 16 or something. Otherwise, it can be r dot capacity times 2. And here we can go our dot capacity, and that should allocate that much space. And we need that. If temp yeah, so like we have a problem like if we run out of memory. So I think I just want to do a search temp not equal to null. In which case, instead of doing temp, we can probably do r dot data. Cool. And have this is r dot data, and we can probably go r dot capacity equal new cap capacity. I'll call it there, even though it's not above capacity. All right, so when we basically made space for our array element, at which point here our size points to the last element. So we can go r dot data, and we can go r dot size plus, because now we're adding one element to it. And we can chuck that a little data element that we had. Maybe I'll call that a value, and like maybe nah. All right, so we still need that, and then we'll also do that once because it's a do loop, and so now we can kind of just do array as a little macro after making some built-ins. I believe that's kind of what it is doing. And so then I was kind of making this kind of commands. So once we declare command, we unfortunately it has to be all global scope. But at this point here, we can then built-in that we want to array add of built-ins, and gosh, what is the thing that we want to do? We want to add in like a new thing. Can we do it just like this? And this we kind of want to do. Is that what we want? Macro string notification. Read the docs. Yeah, so we just want that dash name, and that will kind of bring it into a name type thing. And we're going to have function equal, and here we're going to have name command. Does it have some concatenation type thing with this? Oh, it's even like kind of giving a little, hey, this is exactly what I'm doing. Well, it's kind of cool to think that I'm doing it just on the scruff of my head. That one's not doing all the code though, which I'm kind of trying to do the code in one as well. So I think I can do this, and then we can do something like we haven't added that. Cool. And then we can do something like command, and this is echo this function. Oh, it seems just cursed. I mean, does it work? If it works, it works. We'll get rid of that one and maybe do a compile. Right, it does not. We can see where it doesn't like it. We don't have redarg. That's all right. We can chuck redarg right at the top. Program doesn't exist. Do we need it? Oh, that's like this thing. I think I don't want that second item, even though the batch does kind of say that it's in the output. And like now, it's very similar to every other error code, so that might get macro fine. Continue statement, that's fine. So here I probably want to just return 1 to say that something's bad has happened, and return 0, but it's actually unreachable. Haven't run that macro, but we can just do that unreachable, and that's going to be the same there, but it doesn't come with a message, and do something like that. Cool. What did that have now? In fact, what was happening with that? That was there. Right. Yeah, so pasting some things doesn't work. How did this do it? We don't give it in quotes. Is that what the array add pass3 expects to? That is some of my concern, because in this command we do the array add, and it's got like a thing there, this thing. Is this what I want? No. What if we just don't have stuff there? We can just figure that out. Right, so that is because it's coming from here. Oh, because we can't do it here. I think I can't do exactly what I want, where I declare all the. Yeah, I think I need to declare the functions already, and then do it, which in essence is just doing that. But I don't know, maybe I'll. There's like a way to get the so GPC it's E. C, S, and E doesn't really say compilation and pre-processing. So yeah, I want to try just GCC minus the app main, and maybe we'll just get that in there. And so it's going to have like a bunch of stuff, but we can probably look at when we try and add echo, so maybe we can search for echo. Right, so we add the echo command. And does this look all right? That all. Undo whatever I do. Um, right, so try no, and then we do the first and then while, so that's like kind of that whole loop. But theoretically, yeah, so this I was doing a bunch of stuff. Right, so at this point here, we have finished a command, and now it's basically saying we're not allowed to do this kind of do while thing. Is that what the case is? Yeah, I just wonder. I wonder a lot. I mean, I guess I can do echo command. Well, I kind of want to just see something. Can we just add something like that? If we did that in main, would you be happy? Do we need to do something like r.data? I mean, that seemed a little happier. Yeah, now it's like, so needs to be in a function. Got me. I don't know. I think I might have to come and think on this and get back to it. I guess in the meantime, probably I kind of want to do that. I really do. Because I mean, that the problem it had was, uh, all right, is that not having a hissy fit now? Oh, I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's not liking that, and I'll imagine if I did the if, yeah, it doesn't like that. Um, can we do this? I forget if this is a thing. No, that's not kind of what I thought it was. Um, all right, so if we don't do that, it is complaining about other stuff, but it's most likely all right. Um, is that because we have wrapped it with that and we don't want to in this case? Cool. That's right. So it doesn't mind something there like there, but it does there. Um, and it doesn't like it if we um, have a nested function. Oh, it doesn't mind. All right. It is that right. Um, so what would we also do? We would also do array add of um, built-ins with gosh, what was it? It was going to be dot command equals the command is going to be the string of the thing, so it's just going to be name, and the function is going to be name attached to that. And we'll close off that and do that. And will you like it there? Yeah, you don't like this. How do we get around this? Do we get around it by doing that? Because if we don't do that, then oh, um, let's do this one again. No, it's a cheaper echo. Yeah, so if we come and we find that, then we do a while. What pretty pumpkin. Um, and then we do that while true, and then we do a set buff. Easy. What was the other thing that was waiting on? Um, is but this can still pump shit out. Can we go uh, main.c and is that like 87? Main.c? No, how do we figure out where that is? Um, neither of those, but yeah, we're adding dot command. And it's not liking this. When we close off that, yeah, that looks all good. We get that, then we just add that. So can you this is more array initialization, structure initialization, while we are doing assignment. That's um. So we can do stuff like that. Yeah, we can do stuff like that. Oh my god, what a waste of a read. Um, we can do this. Now will that let me? Uh, edit there, but yeah. So when we edit there, that's fine and dandy, but we should probably edit. Now I wonder if we can add that back in and do that. That's all right. But what happens if we get this? How on earth do we get the type of that? I wonder. DuckDuckGo. So DuckDuckGo does have a little chat function, so I might get it out because this is a little frustrating. So what was I wanting to do? I am writing a C macro, and actually, no, I'll do this. A macro. I have a structure with um, something like X the star who I would like to be able to get the type of X from just the structure. It's not like the best writing, but yeah, type of. I thought that was a thing, but yeah, type of. That gets like the pointer. Can I get the type, type of without the pointer? I'm wanting to use it to past um, structure to it. That's the value to it. Don't want to confuse it with too much stuff. Right, so this gets just like it's random stuff. Does it now? So we just need this. Right, I got you. So it's doing a little dereferencing. Goodness. Right. So where did we want it? Probably something like yeah. We not smoked instance. This is going to be our dot data. So we're going to dereference our data and get the type of that. And like after we get that, we want to cast it to that. It didn't quite like something there. Is it because I had that extra in line? Might have. I think that's not. Let's go back to the old chat. I have this. Oh, alright. I have this, and we'll paste in that. Do we need a that keyboard? Different keyboards. We do this sort of thing, and the give it this as well, and this. Go with it. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly, yeah. Thank you for that vomit. Is that not what I have? So it's GCC, all right, good to know. Type of, right, let's get that. I feel like that's identical, mate. Um, the type of does not uh, be DCC. So the type of, is it a macro or a thing? Yeah, it seems like we should be able to just chuck it in there. What's it coming up in this sort of thing? And we're trying to do that, so it's like a bunch of thing. That's the reality. And then it should. Yeah, so it hasn't done this type of. I think. In fact, let's give this hold to the old AI. It is expand the type of in the maker. This is what I get, and then do that. Yes, I love how you like say I'm having this issue. It's like it looks like you're having this issue. Thank you for the regurgitation. All I really want is no, because I can't do that. It was doing a show, wasn't it? Oh, alright. I think think this is not really worth it. Right, now it's just giving me this, which I don't know. Is that just the same thing? I feel like that is. I mean, I'll give it a go. Give it a go. I feel like it is doing the same thing now. Yeah, because like it's just not expanding the actual word type of. I wonder if we do something like this. No, you're no fun. Eh, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll leave it at that because it has been a while, and I'm crashing on a AI now, which is not really what I want to do. But yeah, the gist is I want to kind of build it into that, and then you can just do that sort of thing, add a command like that. But yeah, I don't know. Well, thanks for watching anyway, and hope you enjoyed that. And I'll be around for another time. Until then, I'll see ya.